Hey, when you find the spot of this video that you're looking for, please do me the kind favor, just turning down that volume, rewinding it all the way to the front, and let the video play all the way through for me taking the time to make this video for y'all. So this is Clay with Clay's AC and Auto Repair and Clay Motion here in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and this is the Clay way. Remember, if anyone else can do it, you can do it too. Please consider subscribing, clicking the notifications, sharing my videos, giving me them big old thumbs up, and sending me them nice old comments. If you got a question for me, hit me up for free on Clay's AC and Auto Repair on the Facebook Messenger, and I'll happily try to answer that. So today we're working on a 2007 Ford Explorer Sport Trac. We're going to be removing the headliner out of there. This should be the same information from 2001 to 2010. It's not going to be identical because the inside trim changes a little bit, but the vast majority of the information is going to be accurate for all of them years. So we're going to start with removing our visors. And in this model, it has 3 Phillips screws. And for the quickness, electric screw gun would be great. To get the connector visible, we're going to need to pull on the connector gently. It is affixed by tape on the top of the headliner, but it's not necessary to pull these visors off at this moment. We can do it later. It may be necessary to push on the connector right here with the small tip screwdriver to release the tab. You are supposed to be able to push right here. We're going to repeat the process on both sides, removing both visors. If you have the above information center, we're going to open up the garage door opener and we're going to remove 1 Phillips screw from there. Once the screw is removed, we can quite simply gently pull down, working our way towards the front, and then set it down gently and unplug our electrical connector. Okay, to remove our electrical connector at the top, the little pushy is back here in the back, on the back side of there. And when we push that down, we should be able to remove it. That pushy that I speak of is right there. Let's push that down. Okay, with all of them things out of the way, we're going to start removing these handles that are fixed on the A-pillars here, and we need to pop open these little covers. We can do that with a little screwdriver. Using our 8mm, we're going to remove both screws from the handle. Now we're going to pull down on our door trim seal and remove it downward. I don't recommend removing this completely because sometimes they get distorted and you can't put them on right. Now we need to remove our A-pillar trim panel, and we quite simply just put our fingers behind it, pull down on it gently, working our way down to try not to break it, and lift it up out. Okay, on the driver's side, you may not have an oh crap handle. So we're going to go ahead and pull our weather strip back, reach your fingers behind it once again, pull back on it gently, and then raise it up out of its space. Then down here on the bottom, we're going to reach down and we can pull up on our plastic knee bolster, entryway door, plastic, pull that off. And then it's not necessary to take this plastic all the way off here, but we're going to pull it away. So we pull our weather strip adhesive back right down through here, and then we can start separating it by hand. Now sometimes there's little clips that hold on these plastic pieces, like this one right up here. Now to pull our plastic off, we just quite simply pull out on it. Now if your back seat will fold down and you don't have to remove it, you can fold it forward, pull back on this, and that will pull away from there. Our objective is to get this piece of plastic out of our way, and then them pieces of plastic, you can see how I already did it on the other side. So obviously you're gonna do the same procedure over there. With our screwdriver right here, hopefully we can just pop this right out of here. And then undo our plug that holds on our door lamp. Oops. Removing the coat hangers can be a little bit tricky, so I took one out and I'm going to try to give you an explanation and also show you what I did. The coat hanger is affixed to the roof with this clip right here. And what makes it tricky, the way you're supposed to be able to do it is you're supposed to be able to push in on both sides and you should be able to pull it out. I was unable to do that. So I took my pick tool and I stuck it in between here and here, and I pried it out. Very gently prying down on my headliner, I can see the clip that is holding the coat hanger inside the roof, and affixed by that metal strap that's right there hanging down by the roof. Taking my pick tool and then inserting it back just like that, I'm able to pull out on the clip, and that will release it from the plastic. As you can see, I have it released from the plastic. I've pulled it away. I'm going to need to do the same procedure except for pushing from the opposite direction for the other side of the clip. That will make the clip do something like this. And then the pressure allows the hanger to come out. With the hanger removed, we can quite simply press on these and remove the clip and then bend it back to its original position. Before reinstalling your clip to the hanger for reinstallation, when you go to put your headliner back up, make sure that you bend these two back together so they hook down inside these notches right here. That was the most complicated thing of this job so far. Now we just need to pull our electrical connectors through the headliner. The electrical connectors are glued to the rear side of the headliner, so I'm going to leave them affixed and disconnect this main one right down here on our A pillar in our front, and we have a little pushy right there that we push down to pull that connector out. Now to disconnect our mirror connections, if you're working on this late of model, try to get up in here, you push down on that tab and that should come out, and you also push down on this tab connecting your mirror. Using a screwdriver or these wacky special pliers that I use, we need to remove the little clips that hold down our wiring harness. Now, regretfully, we have to remove both front seats to be able to get the headliner to remove without us having to remove the windshield. So I'm going to show you how to do that. I did try to remove the headliner without removing the front seats for about an hour, but I gave up. And we're going to start here at the back. We've obviously got the seat all the way moved forward. Got a little pick tool right here. We're either going to use that or we can use a little screwdriver or whatever. We're going to pop these little pushies out of here so we can take off these plastic covers that run back there. And we've got 3 of them total. And then that should come off. And then that will expose the 2 15mm bolts that we need to remove. Now taking a 15mm, we are going to remove the 2 bolts. Now sliding our seat back. That will expose 1 more bolt right there, and then once we remove this cover right here, it'll expose the other one. Taking a flathead screwdriver, I pop that front up. Now once that's pulled out of the way, I can pull the cover off and expose my last bolt. Now we can tilt our seat back and unplug the electrical connector if it has one on your model. And that electrical connector is right there. Once our electrical connector is loose, we need to push down on that clip right there, and then we can separate the 2 halves. We will also need to be able to pull out the plastic pushy that holds it to the seat bottom. Now we're going to need to disconnect our seat belt from the bottom of the seat. Taking a screwdriver and sticking it in the bottom here and plopping out will allow it to pull off easily. With the bolt exposed, we can use a T50 torque socket to remove it. It was actually a quite simple seat to remove, so now it's removed. It came right out like it was supposed to. Nothing super technical there. Okay, to remove the driver's seat, we're going to move it all the way forward. We're going to take a flathead screwdriver and we're going to stick it up underneath here, and then we're going to twist it and pop it up. Now going in from the rear, we're going to go ahead and we'll just pull back on this, and that will release the little pushy that's down inside there, and we can separate the trim enough. Now we need to remove 1 Phillips screw that's right there. Now with my ratchet and my extension on there underneath the plastic, I can remove my Torx 50 out of there. The reason that I did it this way is because I don't want to take off the handles because I have a tendency to break them. Now moving the seat all the way forward, I can come in through the rear with the pick tool or a flathead screwdriver and pop up my little pushies to remove the plastic covers. And there are 3 pushies. With the cover pushies removed, I can expose the 15mm bolt. Now I can remove my 15mm bolts. Now we're going to pop off the plastic cover that will expose our front bolt. Our 2 front bolts are 15mm, and they're located here and there. One is facing that way and the other is facing down. Now we can tilt our seat all the way back and get to our electrical connection on the bottom. Our electrical connector is right here, and we need to push up on that tab and then separate the 2 halves. With the 2 halves separated, we need to remove it from the wire loom, and then we can easily remove our front seat. I have my seat tilted all the way forward and very easily removed. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Sitting right there. See where I'm sitting right here. I got a little crumple zone right there, but not real bad. I don't think I hurt anything, and I think I can get it back in the same way. And on this corner right here, I had to push it down a little bit, but I didn't damage it at all, so I'm good to go. And if you did happen to damage this, you could put a little bit of fiberglass on the back of here, and it'll be as good as new. And you could do that inside the car if you cracked it when you're taking it out. But now, we can slide it right out the door. I'm actually pretty happy that I got it out of there. It took me and Jim. Jim was nice enough to help me out. We did some finagling. I honestly thought I was gonna have to take out the windshield to get it out. But she's out and ready for repair. Okay, so now it's all out. Jim helped me out, And I'm gonna replace the headliner on this. That's for a different video. This already ran into about 18 minutes. If you're ever curious about how you do this, you take the felt up like I did right here, and you take all of this off down to your fiberglass right there. Try not to burn through your fiberglass. It's not super thick. You take that off, and then you use 3M's Super 77, I believe, if I remember right, and you put new felt down. This is actually only about $20 worth of felt, if that much. Hopefully the video was helpful. Hopefully you folks will consider subscribing. I greatly appreciate y'all. Keep sending me the nice comments. If you got a question for me, hit me up on Clay's AC and Auto Repair on the Facebook. Remember, don't be the next to them, be the first to you, and if anyone else can do it, you can do it too. God bless. Have the greatest of days.